Hey Fish Fam, this is Nikachu, Merfolk Master. And today, have you heard of Merfolk comboing off on turn 3? No? Well, today you have, because we are playing with Thassa's Oracle. The Merfolk that we didn't think would be played in our Merfolk deck, in combination with Pure Sight Marrow Paradise Mantle. We're going to mill our entire deck and then win with the Thassa's Oracle finish. That is a combo. And if you want to see how powerful this combo is, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Before we get into our deck tech, we are, of course, going to thank our sponsors, starting with the ManaBase.com, the content site on Commander, Pioneer, Modern, Standard, and more. The ManaBase is your home base for everything Magic the Gathering. And Mana Traders, the premier place to rent Magic cards online. And you can support the channel with my Mana Traders link in the description below, or you can save yourself 15% the first 3 months by using my coupon code Nikachu. And I've got a new patron supporting me on Patreon. Thank you very much, everyone, supporting the channel in your own way, whether on Twitch or Patreon. So I would very much like to thank Hazel Spiral for the support on Patreon. Okay, so like, long story short, I've had, to be very also transparent, like, I've had a pretty crappy run of results for like the last week, and then out of it, I'm still very curious about Lurrus. I'm very curious about this card. I think this is a great addition to Merfolk, but finding the right build for it is a very difficult. But in addition to that, I really want to try out this combo. I'm like, is this possible? Is there some synergy here? Let me explain. Let me explain the combo to everybody. There is a combo here. First off, Thassa's Oracle says, when ETB, look at the top X cards of your library, where X is your devotion to blue. Put up to one of them on top of your library and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. If X is greater than or equal to the number of cards in your library, you win the game. Now, a lot of people have won the game with Thassa's Oracle by having 0 cards in your deck. How are we going to achieve this? With a card called Pure Sight Marrow. It's a hybrid blue-white, blue-white. You can use a hybrid of blue-white to untap it. This is not a tap ability. This is an untap ability, so Pure Sight Marrow has to already be tapped to use this ability. When you pay the blue or white and untap it, look at the top card of your library. You may exile that card. So here's the deal, and this is a pretty useful ability. We played with this card on Troll Tuesday. This is probably one of the best cards I ever had on Troll Tuesday, because we would attack with it, and at the end of my opponent's turn, I could untap it and scry, like, basically effectively scry the top card of my library away if it was garbage. We can combine this with Paradise Mantle, a 0 mana artifact that has an equip 1, so it's very cheap. You can equip it, equip a creature. We're going to equip Pure Sight Marrow, and has the ability tap, add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. So here's the combo. We equip Pure Sight Marrow, tap it for mana, a blue or a white, then untap it with that mana that we generated, and then we can exile the top card of our library. Tap it for mana, untap it, exile top card of our library. Rinse and repeat until there are no cards in our library. Or we can at least look for the Thassa's Oracle that's on top of our deck, so that when we draw it, then we're going to win the game with this combo. So we actually have a way of actually exiling our library with these 2 cards. I think it's a fantastic combo. So here's the deal. I've played this combo in the past, and the underlying problem with this combo was that I can assemble Paradise Mantle and Pure Sight Marrow very easily. The hard part is getting a Thassa's Oracle in my hand. That was actually the most challenging, difficult part of this combo, because once I scry it to the top of my library, my opponent's like, okay, we got to kill this thing. Something bad's going to happen to us next turn. So they kill the Pure Sight Marrow, and then I don't actually combo off. So that brings in our new tech, Smuggler's Copter. Smuggler's Copter gives me the ability to draw the Thassa's Oracle that's on top of our deck into my hand and combo off on that turn. In fact, Smuggler's Copter is a phenomenal synergy with Pure Sight Marrow. Get this. Okay, normally if I've like Smuggler's Copter out and then I like have a Silvergill Adept out at the same time, I have to tap my Silvergill Adept and I can only attack with the Smuggler's Copter at that given time. Not so with Pure Sight Marrow. So what ends up happening is I can crew the Copter, and then I can untap it with its ability, and then I can attack with both creatures at the same time. So I'm no longer disadvantaged for crewing the Copter if I'm crewing it with a Pure Sight Marrow. Now get this. Flooding out is not too bad. because Pure Sight Marrow and Smuggler's Copter actually combos almost by itself. I'll tell you how and why. You you can crew the copter with Pure Sight Marrow, and then I can untap the Pure Sight Marrow with as much blue mana as I can. Um, and then even though the copter is crewed, I can crew it again, tapping the Pure Sight Marrow, and then untap the Pure Sight Marrow with whatever blue mana that I have. So for as much, if I have a Pure Sight Marrow and Smuggler's Copter on the battlefield, I can exile the X number of cards from my library equal to the number of blue sources that I have on the battlefield. So I can sift for the Paradise Mantle, for the Thassa's Oracle. Not to mention, Thassa's Oracle is pretty good at finding missing combo pieces herself. So if I have like a random Pure Sight Marrow, Lord of Atlantis, end of turn, maybe I Ether Vial, put a Thassa's Oracle in play, and then dig for the Paradise Mantle, and now I can really dig through my deck for the really good stuff. So, what else do I have to say about this deck? This is an excellent Lurrus deck. So first off, I've turn 3 killed people. You go turn 2 Pure Sight Marrow, turn 3 you play your Paradise Mantle on Pure Sight Marrow, equip it, and then with your extra 2 mana, because it's turn 3, you can play Thassa's Oracle. So if you have the 3 cards in your hand and the 3 mana, you just win. You just win. It also works if you have turn 1 Ether Vial, turn 2 you play Pure Sight Marrow, turn 3 you have an Ether Vial on 2 and you can win. And yeah, that's the combo. It's really tedious online, so we might be wasting a lot of time actually comboing off, but it will work. The combo is really effective against other combo decks. Like I just comboed off against Amulet Titan like nothing. Comboed off against like Belcher, comboed off against like Oops All Spells, comboed off against what else? Ad Nauseum. Like it's actually really, and our combos beat all the other combos. Like you can like I was up against Heliod Company, they had infinite life, didn't matter. You have all the life you want, which actually puts less pressure on our Pithing Needle. Now against Heliod Company, I only need to name Walking Ballista. I don't have to worry about Spike Feeder because our combo beats their combo. It's a combo deck that beats the combo decks. Have a million zombies on the battlefield. I combo off. I win. That's how it works. Combo Merfolk. Lurrus ended up being like really key against a Heliod company deck because they needed to win with damage. They had to like beat me down because I had a Pithing Needle on Ballista. So they kept attacking with me, and I kept blocking with Thassa's Oracle, and I kept bringing the Thassa's Oracle back from the graveyard onto the battlefield. Sorry, back from the graveyard to the battlefield, scrying to my combo pieces until I won. They kept attacking, I kept blocking, kept getting those scries basically. Kept looking at the top X cards in my library, looking for good cards. So Lurrus actually I think it's a very good card for Merfolk. The difficulty is building a deck for Lurrus. This might not be it. So in the future, it might be something like, no, this is not here's Lurrus Merfolk. So in the future, I might play something like this. I'd be very interested in trying this out with Lurrus because I think Lurrus is a hidden gem that might be underexplored in the Merfolk, in our Merfolk toolbox. I just haven't gone. I was winning enough with Simic that I didn't want to change anything. And then I'm like, yeah, well, let's be a little bit more adventurous with Lurrus. And of course, we have Chalice of the Void, still, I think, very well-positioned card, hitting numerous different decks, but also protecting our combo from Lightning Bolt, Flame Slash, Lava Dart, Fatal Push, all the 1-mana removal spells. I think it's going to be good. So I think this deck is going to have a good game. I think like we can still sideboard out of this Paradise Mantle against Uro decks and just bring in, good, useful cards and beat them the old-fashioned way. My only problem is when I was up against an Uro deck, I lost because I didn't have Cavernous Souls. I didn't think it was necessary. I now think I'm like, I don't want to lose to counter spells against Uro decks. It's just painful. Does anyone believe? Does anyone believe in this deck? I have to make people into a believer. I thought it was going to be a pile, but you know what? I've won enough now with this deck that I think I want to develop it a little bit more. See if there's something to it. Any other interactions I need to tell anyone? I don't think so. I think that's about it. Maybe you only think about the mana base. We're running 4 Dark Slick Shores because it can cast Lurrus, but it can also save life on Dismember. And Wanderwine Hub can also cast Lurrus, but it's like a Tundra for Merfolk because you just reveal a Merfolk card and it comes into the battlefield untapped. It's way better than Seachrome Coast or any of those other lands. And I have a lot of blue sources because I do want to reliably. I don't have as many Mutavaults. I think I don't need as many because I do have Lurrus as a backup plan for threat density, and I really do want to curve out I've got a lot of double blue here. Double blue, double blue, double blue, double blue, double blue. So I don't want to have too much colorless. I could be wrong. Maybe the colorless is fine. I could have another Mutavault. But I want to have at least 7 basics for Blood Moon decks. Okay. With that, let's get into our league. I've gotten some looks from people like, what is the Merfolk Master doing with Luris? And look at that, we already got, so we lost the die roll. I'm gonna keep this hand. This is not good on the draw. This sometimes is good on the draw, but either way, Smuggler's Copter and Pure Sight Marrow again is that combo I was talking about. Decent combo. I honestly do hate these like no one drop hands on the draw though. But we don't have the only one drop in this deck is actually Ether Vial. Oh, a card I was thinking about that, but I never went through with. See, like we can race if we get the combo online. We're gonna race this. We're gonna race this deck. But anyway, we need the combo online. We're 2 pieces away. I was thinking this deck probably needs Gemstone Caverns. Ah, I totally forgot about that before we started. Like maybe Gemstone Caverns is better than Mutavault. Another Chalice. We'll start with Copter. I'm gonna make sure I have all the blue mana out as much as possible so that Pure Sight Mirror can take advantage of it. How many gemstones? Somewhere between 2 and 3. Because I think having double, like having Copter turn 1 there and then attacking already and scrying for like the goods is very important to this deck. So like, let's play the Pure Sight Marrow. And let's start digging. Dump a Chalice of the Void. And now we'll start exiling cards. Oh, I can't remember. There maybe I want to exile first. Is that a thing? I should exile first. To see if I want the card. So next turn, if I can find if we can find Paradise Mantle, we will win next turn because I will equip exile to the point we put Thassa's Oracle on top of our deck, draw it with Smuggler's Copter, and then we just cast Thassa's Oracle for victory. Alright, the synergy, people. The synergy. Oh, it has Summoning Sickness. I can't do this yet. Oops. Oops. Okay, well, we have a Thassa's Oracle in hand. Now the question is, do I want to play? Okay, we're gonna keep this in hand. So they have Titan available next turn. Not that that's even a big deal. Like we can Trickster the Titan. Like we like the thing is, it doesn't matter how much life they gain or anything. I really don't care about that crap. The question is, how much blue mana do I want to have up to start digging into the deck to find that Paradise Mantle? That's the real question. Maybe I want to have 2. I mean, also we should not forget about that. I can just win with like normal stuff. I mean, I can play Lord of Atlantis here off of a Cavern of Souls attack for 6 and still have Trickster up for some nonsense on their turn. Oh, this is a 3/4 creature, but it's gonna die to a Trickster if I Trickster it in between. The combo is relatively consistent. I wouldn't say it's super consistent. It's just something you accidentally stumble into once in a while. Okay, let's start with Cavern of Souls. We're definitely doing this. Okay, we'll play Lord of Atlantis. I'll crew and I'll attack for 6. And if they want to block, I'll Trickster the Elvish Reclaimer. And then they're path to exiling my copter. Okay, so now I have a bit of a decision here because I sort of want to get as much as I can out of this Pure Sight Marrow before the copter is gone. So let's crew the cop. Or can I win just normally here? There's got to be a Titan next turn, right? Now, alternatively, I could also play Thassa's Oracle and just dig really deep for the next combo piece, and then just try to live the following turn. Okay. Thassa's Oracle digs deeper. Okay, I won't attack now. I'm going to play a Thassa's Oracle this turn. Oh, they're going to play another Path to Exile. They're hitting our lords, though, because they don't understand the combo. Interesting. We can start getting... like, what am I going to do here? I can get another Thassa's Oracle that digs 6 deep, but if I have Copter on the battlefield, I can, like, potentially draw the card that I want. But that still takes, like, a whole new turn, and we might be seeing a Titan next turn. Um... I have a Trickster in my hand. Let's get a Copter. I played my land for the turn, right? Yeah. Okay, pass. You got it. So the only thing I'm afraid of right now is like a Dryad of the Elysian Grove for the most part. I only managed to play once in my local game store with this combo and got second place, then COVID happened. Sucks. We're going to show the power of this deck. Giles on 0 doesn't do anything against the green-white Titan deck. Or I guess this is Jeskai Titan. Don't know what the red is for. Maybe they're playing Cleansing Walls. Ooh, that's evil. That's not good. Now they can play Valakuts. Like, we do have Lurrus in the sideboard, but I mean, that's not where we want to be. I'm sort of in a position to play Chalice on 3. What are you gonna do? So yeah, you're gonna fetch Valakut. Ugh, that sucks so much. Okay, I guess we'll just pass. Oh, red is for the boil? Makes some sense. Interesting, no Valakuts yet. I really wish Trickster turned off this all lands or every type nonsense. Yeah, I know they're gonna double Valakut. Not much I can do about it. So what is going to be? So we're definitely gonna scry the top X cards in my library. Okay, so I'll crew with Pure Sight Marrow. And then I'll untap. I'll crew again. Chalice is useless in this matchup. I still got to get used to the clicking. I'm not used to like waiting for these abilities. See how many times we can crew? We can crew unlimited times. My opponent's like holding priority. What's going on here? Am I getting bamboozled? These are not necessarily combo pieces that I need. I can still get the Pure Sight Marrow back from Luris, although I don't know how... I can only deal with Primeval Titan for one turn because of the Trickster. These are all useless cards. Okay, everything resolves. It's the best feeling, in my opinion, confounding your opponent. I'll get hit for 5, maybe for 3. Oh yeah, I can just block the Dryad and then loot. Jeez, all these cards are trash. So what do I want here? I can pay 3, get Luris, but I don't actually have enough mana to do anything with Luris this turn, even if I do get Luris. I always have to leave up 2 mana. So I'm gonna get okay, hold on. We're gonna activate this Mutavault. I'm gonna crew the Mutavault. Sorry, I'm gonna crew my Copter with Mutavault. Attack. Get rid of the Vial or the Chalice. Jeez, these are bad draws. These are not the cards I want in this matchup. That's okay. I'm pretty confident still in my combo. Now we're gonna go grab Luris. And now we're gonna pray that we get another turn. That's not a good sign. So that's gonna hit me for 6. Yeah, I think that's enough. Then they can just grab anything at random with Reclaimer. That's okay. I mean, they can just grab one with Reclaimer and we're just dead. All right, cards we want to bring in. I think we do want this. We definitely want Dismember for the Dryad of the Elysian Grove and even Elvish Reclaimer. Might even bring in some Pithing Needle. Bring in some Pithing Needles for that Elvish Reclaimer because it's so annoying. Fortunately, our opponent has no idea what we're doing here. Or maybe they have some idea after we started like digging through our deck a little bit. Force Negation is like, oh, it's like okay, because especially post board they'll have 4 Path to Exiles. I don't think I want to change very much though. Maybe I'll bring in one more Pithing Needle, take out one Silver Gill Adapt. I'm not in love with that card. Or maybe I'm not in love with Trickster. It's like okay, but I don't need to hold up that much mana with this deck. We'll just leave it as it is. Oh, let me get you guys the deck list. I have not much of the combo here, but the hand is fine. I'll keep it. Not worth throwing away. So they're probably playing Boil against us. That doesn't sound friendly. Play Island and pass. Valakut turn 1. Very threatening. Very terrifying. Hate it. Okay, Copter, let's go. We've got cards to dig for. It's a Path to Exile. I've noticed my ability to win this matchup seems to... Oh, they don't have Path to Exile. Seems to have a lot to do with like how many Path to Exiles my opponents have. I think I'm going to dump the Trickster. I just don't really like it in this matchup all that much. I'll play Wanderwine Hub, I'll show Silvergill Adept, and now I will cast the Paradise Mantle. I don't have anything to do with this mana at the moment, or they could go Dryad, 2 lands, explore something. I guess that's possible, but it's unlikely. We'll just give myself extra mana if I need it. Now they're pathing my Lord of Atlantis. That's funny. It's a bit late. You gave me extra mana anyway. You don't even want... They don't even want to know what this is all about. Equip my Lord of Atlantis? Collector Oof. Okay. At least that's something I can dismember. So, dismember you. And missed a land drop. That's also very important. Missed a land drop. Oh, here comes the Path to Exile on the Collector Oof. They have a more controlly hand. These layers are getting confusing. I didn't even know blocks were on another layer. What? Okay. They have another Path to Exile. Like, they obviously kept their hand for a reason. It's like really control heavy or something. Or maybe it has like a bunch of boils or something. I don't know. Yeah. I have to admit, the games that I lose against Green White Titan very often have to do with Path to Exile. Now that being said, there's nothing on their side of the board, so we're not in bad shape. And I can now next turn grab Lurrus and then cast it off of this Cavernous Souls, and then we can get Trickster back. Yeah, we'll name Cat on Cavernous Souls. Skyclave Apparition. Taking our Mask, the Pearl Trident. Oh no! It would be so awkward if we get boiled after we put this thing on Cat. But it's like the best thing that we can do right now. Yeah, they have such a controlling hand. 3, spend 3, only have 1 mana up. So I might as well... I don't. Do I leave this on the battlefield or do I get my 2/2 creature? This can get bigger. Um. Okay, let's get this. We'll name cats. Um, but maybe we don't do it this turn because next turn I can play Lurrus plus Trickster 3 plus Trickster and attack. So maybe now is just a good time to play this Trickster right now. Oops. Can't play cat. Cancel. Maybe just get in for 4. We just get in for 4 people. Next turn we can get in for 6. Maybe not too bad. This is just a good way to empty our hand. That's right. Merfolk Tribal, Cat Tribal. Well, here's Field of the Dead, which will be awkward with our hand, but they're still really slow. They don't even have double green yet for like Primeval Titan, even if they get there. Dark Slick Shores, a cometh. So now we will get our cat onto the battlefield. Cast the Trickster from our graveyard. Attack for 6. They need to rip, I'm guessing, a green source really badly. I should have played this. Okay, gonna look for. I guess they're gonna look for Dryad of the Elysian Grove, and then just play a hope to draw. Well, but yeah, and then they'll hope to just play a random land, or they're hoping to draw a random land, so they can play Dryad, kill Lurrus. But I still have 4 damage coming through. It doesn't matter. It doesn't change anything. All right, we steal game 2. They still probably don't even know what our combo is all about. Should I keep Chalice on 1 just for Path to Exile? That's so terrible. I really don't like that. And they could always Skyclave Apparition it anyway. Anyway, we'll just run it back. By the way, Lurrus helped us win that game. Oh! 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 Okay, keep. Snap, keep. Game 3. Is it going to come down to the combo, people? The combo. We even have Smuggler's Copter. Chalice hits Reclaimer, but it's too slow. Like, they'll have a Chalice on turn 1 for sure. Especially on the draw, if we have Chalice on the draw. You want to ramp? Ramp all you want. We have everything in our hand. I just can't play anything. We just pass. We have everything in our hand. We just need to dodge like a path to exile, basically. Well, I'm telling you what we're going to do. We're probably just going to play out everything else. So I'll put a copter on the battlefield, for example. And we just keep playing the... And then if they tap out, they lose. Another Dryad. Well, let's see what it's going to be. Elvish Reclaimer. Interesting. Elvish Reclaimer. If only you could get a land then Oracle. Another Aladamri's Call for Collector Oof. Okay, that's interesting. So what do I go for here? So we have to deal with this for sure. They're playing so patiently. Oh, they tapped out. Damn it. Damn it. They actually tapped themselves out. I didn't think that was going to happen. I played a bit patiently because I didn't think our opponent would tap out. That's okay. Get him next turn. So we can fly over now. Got another copter, which is not particularly useful right now. Wish I drew a land there. Although I have to say, the turn I have to combo off, I can still trickster another oof if necessary. I'll play the mantle, and we'll equip it to the Lord of Atlantis if I need more mana in the future. And then we're going to pass. We just need them to tap out so they can't Path to exile my Pure Sight Marrow. They don't want to tap out. They really don't want to tap. But maybe I'm just going to beat them the old-fashioned way, to be honest. Hello, Shock Onion. Welcome. I can attack for 8. I can attack for a lot. This damn Path. I know they got a Path to Exile or something in hand. It's really annoying. I think I'm just going to... Yeah, I'm going to keep being aggro here. I can attack for 8. I'm going to force this opponent to tap out. Or force you to play your Path to Exile on my creatures. We got the combo here. It's so close. I fucking taste it. They're missing land drops for sure. Interesting. Do I go for it next turn? So if they have a land drop, they can play Titan and still hold up Path, which would be really annoying. My problem is they kept a pretty stock hand without Like, and it's not a land heavy hand. It's just like it's a bunch of stuff, and they're being really careful about when they tap out. Excellent. They said fuck it. They said screw it. We're just going for it. If you got it, you got it. And what can we say? If you got it, you got it. And we can't do anything about it because I'm already attacking on the board. This is like Splinter Twin. You threaten to kill them, force them to tap out, and then you're gonna combo off on them. You tapped out. You don't have any. You didn't leave up any mana for my combo. Make all the zombies you want. I really don't care. Zombie world. No! They have a planes, damn it. Alright, we are probably not in good shape here. How do I do this? They respected the combo. I forgot. That actually makes a lot of sense. Play your Titan first. They ripped a planes. They ripped a planes. How do I do this? Yeah. Just gotta hope. Just gotta hope. They let it resolve. That's it. It's over. They can't respond. It's impossible to respond from here because tapping for mana happens at an instant speed. They have no idea what's coming. Oh my god, if you have the Path to Exile, it's too late. It's too late. It's just too late. Thassa's Oracle combo trigger on the stack. It's very important that you show them the combo first. Okay, I have like 9 minutes to get this going. So let's add mana. Let's untap it, spend the mana. And now I gotta auto yield, always exile. Combo online. Let's see if they had the Path to Exile the entire time. They either had like a million Primeval Titans in their hand, or they had the Path to Exile and they just didn't know what the hell they were up against. They might be bluffing, but I don't think so. It's just the way the whole game played out. It felt like they weren't bluffing. I mean, they had like a bunch of Reclaimers in their hand, so I want to always yield and always yes. Okay. Ugh. The mana is so far. See, it's too late now. I can add mana in response. It's just too late. It's too late, people. Oops, don't pass priority. Once the equipment's on the creature, it's over. So they did have the path, but it doesn't matter. And we win the match. We won the match. They saw the combo. They wanted to save themselves another 6 minutes while we actually go through the combo. They said good game. We won because of surprise value. They did not know how this combo worked. Now, how do I protect myself against this You know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I have to have Chalice of the Void post board to just deal with the only card that I'm afraid of, which is Path to Exile. Maybe I'm underrating Chalice in this matchup. Yeah, only 42 clicks to go. No, 38. I have 38 cards in my library. Only 38. It's terrible combo to get through, but it's worth it to get that turn 6 combo online. So if I learn something about this matchup, we probably do want Chalice on one just to deal with probably the only thing that can deal with the combo at instant speed. They should no. Pathing in response to Vile still doesn't work because I can exile my library instead. They have to path. They had to path in response to Paradise Mantle because if they path in response to my Vile, well, Sass is still on the whale. I just exile my library in response to the path. Path resolves. Ether Vile resolves. I put Thassa's Oracle in play and I win. But I'm just saying it's best for all of you to play Thassa's Oracle first, show them what you're going to do so your opponent can resign like ahead of time as you exile cards from the top of your library. Because if you exile cards first, they're like, well, I have no idea what you're doing. I've just got to wait to see how you're going to win. Play Thassa's Oracle first with the trigger on the stack. You show them what's happening, and then you exile the rest of your library. All right, we got it. Like the combo happens. I don't know how what to say, people, but the combo it actually happens. It's not that hard to assemble, and we do cleanly beat Green White Titan, the Reclaimer Titan, 2-1. So for everyone watching live, we're going to keep streaming the rest of this league. Everyone on the replay, that's going to be the game for today. So we're going to thank all my patrons and Twitch subscribers for supporting the channel. We're also going to thank our sponsors, themanabase.com and Mana Traders. This has been Nikachu, Merfolk Master, playing Thassa's Oracle Combo Merfolk in Modern.